Hey, what's up guys? On this video, we are going to talk about composite data types. And the first one we're going to talk about is called arrays. So arrays is a fixed size element with the same type. So let me just give you an example here. So on this example here, we can define a array with a grammar like this with the square bracket, and we have to tell the size, and we have to tell the type. For instance, we create a array with the length of 5 and the type of integer, and we assign the value, like on first element we assign the number 1 to the first element. And the other way is that we create and we initialize the data to the array like this. We have create here. We have create a array with a length of 3, and we assign the value here to this array. So let me just print out the value here. Can you see as the the array that the first index, the first value is 1, and of course it's the length of 5, so it got like 5 elements here. And as rest of them, it's not defined, so it's 0 value. And for the second one, as you can see here, is the array with the value in there. Okay, so let's move. That's the array. So let's move on to next one. Next one we call a slice. So slice basically is like very similar to an array, but it come with a flexible length. So we don't need to define the length. So like when we for instance here, so if you fix the length of 3 here, right, you only can append 3 items in there. You can't do that anymore. You can't append any more elements in there. It's gonna cause error. No, but on slides you can append as much as element in there. So I can give you an example here. So let me just comment that out. So for here, so we have create a slice, and with the length, and so we basically we take out the element here, and we assign to variable s, and if we can print it out, you will see that 2, 3, 4. That's the 2, 3, 4 from first element, and to fourth element, but it's not 14. You have to minus 1. So 2, 3, 4. Yeah. And right here. So when we do append function here, right, and we don't define the length here. That's array. That's the good thing about array. You can append as much as you can. Like it's like we don't need to tell the length of slice at beginning. So for here, that's an example of on slice that we append element to the slice. And we have the slice here. We create a slice, and then we append the values in there. So I'm gonna print out like a 1, 2, 3. As you can see, like we can even do more, like what, 4, 5, 5. So that's the difference between array and slice. They have different, one with the fixed size, one without like a size. And let's move on to next. That's append, and we're gonna do modification. Gonna show you a very interesting here example. For this example here, that's the slice. We have a slice called A, and we have a slice called S, and S is created from A here. and we modify the element, the first element from S, and to print out the result of A. The A changed. So here, let me just save it. And as you can see, the A changed because we never changed A. How come A changed? We changed the S, and the A changed. So basically, what happened is like we so basically you can think of there's a slice, but underlying there's a underlying array. So the slice is a point to the underlying array. So in here, so basically it printed out like a let me see, that's gonna print, that should print out like a 2 3 4. They're gonna print out 2 3 4. Yeah, and so the first index of the S is here, this one and this one. We're gonna replace that with the number 9. So we here is going to be, and here is going to be 934. So so because they are sharing like one array, so that changed to so after this line, the A is gonna be equal to like this, because we changed the index, we changed this element. So that's very tricky, because like they sharing like one, or you can think there's like one memory or like one array, one underlying array that link to slice. Okay, let's move on to next map. That's the key value data type. Is like if you know like Python, there's like called dictionary. That's that's an example here. We have a map. That's the key gonna be string type, and the integer value, it can be any value as long as it's the same type. So key is gonna be same type, value gonna be same type, and the key is gonna be unique. So here we have create a map, and we initial a value to it, and on the second line here we add value. We add key called cherry and the value of 5. So let's print it out. Okay, see if we add cherry here, and on this line we delete the value, we delete the key value here. So we pass in the key, it's gonna delete the key and value. So gonna move banana here. So as you can see, there's not banana in the map. Okay, so next one called structs. That's the big thing in Python. So struct is like we group all like variable together with different type, unlike the slice, or unlike the array or map that you only have one same type. But for struct, you can have many different types. So we're gonna define a struct type called person here. You can, in there's a struct member called name and age. They are with the name with the string type, and age with the integer type. And to create a struct, so we assign the struct type to the variable called p, and we assign a value to the member, and we're gonna print it out. So as you can see, we can see the like the name and age here. That's the value for name and age, and it's like we have to define the type, and we have the variable to put the type to the variable and assign the value. And we have a quicker way to define the struct. As you can see here, give you an example. So on this example here, we have defined the type struct type called point. And now here we can have a shorthand here. So we can define a variable, and we define the value. We initial the value here straight away, without needing to do that one by one. So we can just put the x is 1, y is 2, and then we can assign that to variable. Okay. And struct comparison. So that's normally struct cannot be compared, but only if the struct member can be compared, because this is the int type, so they can be compared. So in order these two struct can be compared. So okay, let's move on to the next one. Next one is a struct embedding when an anonymous fields. And let me just show you this example here. We have a struct called address. We have another struct called person. Struct type, and we embed a address struct into person struct type. So in order, we have the, what do you call that? That's a struct. We create a variable. Got person here. We assign the value to it. Actually, we create a struct. Okay, so that's the struct embed another struct, and we can get the value from the variable and called city, but we don't actually define the field. We doesn't define it we only have name and age here, and we never defined a field called city, but we are able to access city because this is the member of address struct, so it's an anonymous field, but we're still able to access it. So let me just print it out so you can see there's a city. We assign here city here, and we still able to access this field. Yeah, that's embedding. We can also use the a pointer, pointer struct here as well. Okay, so that's pretty much we have covered struct and struct map and array and slice, like 4 different composite data type. And the next one, let's see JSON here. And JSON, we're gonna talk about JSON because it's very popular when we're doing the data transaction. We send the data from backend to frontend and the frontend to backend. We use normally we use JSON type. Of course, you can have different types, different data type as well. But JSON is the most common one and popular. So we're gonna show you the example of how we're gonna convert our Go data type to JSON and a JSON to Go data type. So gonna show you an example here. So here is we imported a package called encoding JSON. So we have a struct here, struct type here, and that's the tag here. It's it means that when we when we convert this data to JSON, it's not gonna show name and age with capital letter. It's gonna show the tab we have defined here. So it's gonna show lowercase and lowercase age. Okay, so we define a variable, and we use the method called marshal. So basically, it converts the that's the struct data type to JSON, and they're gonna print it out. And then let's see the result. Let's see the output here. As you can see, we have a JSON. We have a JSON here, and we can also do from JSON. We also do that from the JSON. We can reverse back to the our struct type here. So let me just run the code. As you can see, we have that's the JSON. That's the data part. Convert that back to struct. Okay. So, okay, let's move on to next. So on this one, we're talking about like a text and the HTML templates. For HTML template, like if we're doing like server-side rendering, so we have to get a template and then we fill with the all data in the template, then in order to send that back to front end. So I'm gonna show you an example here. So this is template. Let me see. That's the template of the text. That's supposed to be text. That's the that's the call that what? This the string template, and that's going to be a variable that we're gonna fill in with the value. So basically, we have a template here. So that's the the instant of the template. So if we execute that, it's gonna be it's like we pass the value of word to this template. Okay, let me just try that out. As you can see, this is the template string here. Oh, then we pass the value here. So it gonna, cause it got name here. So it passed the value we passing, and it fill with the value. And we also, that's the for text, and we also have that for HTML template. So for HTML template, it's the same thing. Let's say here, let's say no, let's say here, this is called HTML template. That's another package. And the same thing here, we're passing here, we just use different template. Same thing, that's the a string template, and we create an instance, and we pass the value here, and it's going to be output of the template here. Okay, that's pretty much, that's the text and HTML template. And that previous one was like a JSON, Marshall and Marshall JSON. Okay, that's it for this video. We have mentioned about 4 different data type, plus the composite data type, 4 different type, and we have covered the JSON, we have covered the template. Okay, so that's it for this week, and I will see you guys next week. Bye for now.